Hello, hello. Welcome back to another episode of 15 Good Minutes. Coach B's here with the team. We got the full squad today. Charles, welcome back, man.
Glad to be back.
Freddie,
That
what's
sounds
happening?
so that sounds so unauthentic.
Didn't it? Didn't it? Had no heart in it, no energy. You know, good to see you, man. LB, what's happening?
All right.
Let's see. Oh yeah, yeah. So Super Bowl week. I was just talking to LB off air. I am not the most well-versed person in this year's Super Bowl. But I do want to cover it because there are a couple of key points that I wanted to get to. So what I wanted to do today was kind of put it out to you guys. We're talking about, New England versus Seattle. It says here, Santa Clara, California. Is that the 49ers field
49ers.
or that's
Yep.
still the
Yeah.
49ers host? Okay. All right. So what I'm looking for is basically if you have any particular strengths and or weaknesses, offense, defense, or special teams from each side, and then I want you to tell me who you like and why. Um, I'm gonna start with Freddie. He's the resident football expert. You look at this thing, Freddie, and it's a rematch. I think it was 2015. The one where Seattle got cute at the end and threw an interception on the 2 yard line instead of giving it to beast mode. So when you look at this Super Bowl, who do you see? Where do you see strengths and weaknesses? And then who do you think is going to take it all and why?
To be honest with you, a strength of New England is obviously their defense, but I think a strength of their team as well is on offense. You don't know who's going to be the guy. Is it going to be the running back? Is it going to be Hunter Henry? Is it going to be Mac Holland from the DMV? Is it going to be Stephon Diggs and Cardi B cheering more? You don't know if Drake May is going to run, right? So offensively, you don't know how they're going to attack you, right? When you look at Seattle, their defense is phenomenal. Um, when you look at their wide receiver, Jackson Smith and Jigba. I think he only needs 35 yards receiving to amass 2,000 yards in a season, right? There's I think, only two other wide receivers that have done that, and that's Cooper Cup and Puka Nakua, right? Right.
These new age receivers, man.
Right. So when you look at New England, and obviously you got Mike Vrabel. He's a Belichick disciple. What does Belichick do? Belichick will take away your best option and make you beat him other places. If I'm
So
Mike Vrabel,
you're saying that you think that this is the first team that can actually stop number 11 from
I would double. I'm not saying they're the first team that can do it, but I think if there's a team that has a mentality and a blueprint to stopping your number one guy, it would be New England. When you look at Seattle, they have been inconsistent with the running game to the playoffs, and you have the running back, Kenneth Walker, who's been phenomenal in the playoffs. They didn't run him as much as he should have in the regular season. I'm thinking maybe that's because he's a Michigan State guy and the head coach is a Michigan guy. I don't know if that's the case. I
Is that
don't
what
know
we're
if that's
doing
the
now?
case, right? But um, I'm gonna give the edge to Seattle.
All right, fair enough. Charles, you look at this game, man, culmination of a season, the records are, you know, the same. They both have, to Freddie's point, strengths and weaknesses. When you look at these two teams, man, what are you seeing and who do you like?
I just felt like whoever came out of the NFC, they were going to be the stronger team. That's I I like New England. I love what they've done this year. Um, but let's just compare offenses. Is New England offense anywhere close to the Rams offense? I'm going to say no. And and I believe that the Seattle defense is the best defense in the NFL this year. And but they got shredded by by the Rams. Gotcha. Because the Rams just got a good offense. They run a good scheme, right? And they got Puka. They could not stop that guy.
Wasn't the first time they played like either went to overtime? It was a
Yeah,
close game. So I
it
mean,
was
when
a
you
close
say
game, and it
they
was a
got
high scoring
shredded,
game. It was a high scoring game, right? And so it's I though I like um, New England, right? I'm going with the Seahawks because I just believe that Arnold has been playing well. Their running game has been doing good. Uh, they have multiple weapons.
seems to be a push towards Seattle, LB. And as I look it up right now, at the time we're recording, they're favored by 5.5. So based on what you know about the season and going back to both teams, who do you like and why? And do you see an edge for either one?
Well, I got a couple questions first. Freddie, you said is Diggs plays for Seattle now? I didn't know that.
New England.
He plays
New
for New
England,
England.
New
Oh, he
England.
plays for New England. Oh, okay. And who was the guy you said from the DMV? Who was he? And where does
Matt Collins,
he plays for who?
New
Seattle?
England.
New
New
He
England.
England.
plays for New England too? Wow.
He's a
Okay.
weirdo. He's a
Did Diggs
weirdo.
go to Maryland, Freddie?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he went to
He
Oh,
Maryland.
went to Maryland, played at Good Counsel. He carved
okay.
us up one
Yeah,
year.
yeah, yeah. I remember
Okay.
that. I remember when you were coaching against him. So
Okay.
Mm.
All right. As far as well, obviously, based on the previous two questions, I know Jack about the teams and who's on them. So mine will be short and brief. I'm rooting for Seattle just because I don't like New England,
I, I, I was waiting for that.
as a state or as a football team. Nothing about it, excites me. I've never visited Boston, so there you go.
I will say there's something about the clam chowder there, man. If
Not a fan of that either, so there's no reason for
oh,
me
I
to go.
wasn't either till I had theirs.
Oh, okay. All right.
I think I get what you're saying, LB. And like I said at the top, I haven't watched a lot of them. I'm kind of leaning more towards, I guess, what you said, Charles, in the sense that I'm an NFC person by nature, and most of the time, when two teams are in it, and obviously for decades, none of them have been mine. I tend to root for them. There is one NFC team, if they were in it, I would not root for.
Well, we know who that is
Yep, but they ain't in there either because their ass is sorry.
because they
So
trash.
I don't care about the Cowboys. But I think it's kind of an interesting dynamic for me because like, you talk about how, the Rams shredded them, but it was a high scoring game, but it was very close and they split. When they played the Rams, I'm talking about. So I'm curious now to see if Freddie has a point about what Vrabel will do for Seattle's number one weapon. But I also remember over the course of the whole NFL season, right here on this show, whenever we talked about the NFL and it came to Seattle, Freddie was quick to point out they only got the one weapon. And then every week that one weapon was killing cats. It's like, so you know he's there. And I'm telling you what, man, that championship game, he showed why.
They line him up on the left side. They line him up on the right side. They line him up in the slot, and then they moved him into the backfield. And I'm like, "Yo, y'all see him? You
Right.
and scored
And
the touchdown."
so, but isn't that to me that's the epitome of you know what's coming. I mean, you know what's coming. Can you stop him? I do agree with you when you talk about, Coach Vrabel's mentality and where he comes from. I think that's great. But now I'm thinking about execution. Okay, can New England go out there and stop him? I think Seattle is balanced though, Charles. You know what I mean? That
I
I mean,
agree.
I think the best receiver on the field is with them, to your point.
Yes.
But quarterback to quarterback. I never thought I would say this, but I think Darnold is at a place in his career today, for whatever reason, that he's not that guy for the New York Jets, or I think he is the guy he was in Minnesota. So I always question what went on with that deal. But if you look at what he did there and what he done here, this tells me he's settled in. He's going to get you 14 wins a year now, and I don't think he panics. I think they have a good rushing game, and then to Freddie's point, I think they got a good defense. So um, I'm hoping for a game. Um, but I think this spread that I was just telling LB about, I think this 5.5 is legit. I think Seattle wins. I think they win, by a touchdown. But I don't see Freddie. I don't see a blowout per se. I just see you know,
I will
Seattle
say
dominant.
this, right? I think, and this is another understated fact of both teams. Both teams have very good defenses. Both teams have very, very good special teams
Yeah, we didn't talk
in
about
regards
that.
to the return game with Shaheed in Seattle, and I think his name is Mark Jones or Matt something Jones with New England.
Yeah.
And so, it just feels like, whatever team could, I think both teams are going to have struggles moving the ball. I think both teams will. I think whatever team gives them their special teams return, whether it be a kickoff return or a punt return, or possibly
Field
even
position.
defense helps out that give them that one play to where it puts them in very good field position. I think that could be very key.
When talking about now the game itself, I'll start with you, Charles. Any Super Bowl, I won't say rituals, but just do you have an approach to watching the game, and does that approach change at all this year for you?
I I'm already putting my order in for
Chicken.
wings at
Yes.
at
Publix.
at Publix. I go with the non-breaded, no
They are
sauce.
good.
I like to add on my own sauce, right? And
Oh, no doubt.
I'm ready. I'm ready. That's my ritual for Super Bowl Sunday, right? And you got to order early.
Oh, I know. I know. And
So they-
ours, the one here, if you want them on Sunday, if you don't have your order in by noon tomorrow, which is Wednesday here, you
Correct.
out.
You out.
I tell you
Exactly.
right now, yeah, so they need 3.5 days.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
it's crazy, and
Yeah,
it's
Super Bowl is one
interesting
of their
because
like biggest. Sunday is always a big day for them anyway, but Super Bowl is like one of their busiest days for wings.
before I turn it to Freddie, though, one thing I wanted to ask you, Charles, was are you one of those cats that have to watch all the pregame hype?
No, no, no. I'm not looking at any of that. All right, I'm not. I don't look at any of that. I look. I follow football all season long, right?
Right.
So they're not telling me
Anything you don't know.
anything that I don't already know, right? I mean, you may go with some backstory, some personal stories, stuff like that, right? I think they got a kid on here on New England that's from Chester, right? I don't know who
Oh,
he
your
is though.
neighborhood, really?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Freddie, what do you do on game day? How do you approach watching the game?
To Charles' point, I don't watch any of the pregame stuff. I literally try to time it up to where when kickoff starts, because I don't give a about national anthem. I don't give a damn about that. I give no, and this is just not about Super Bowl, but I give less about national anthem and
Right.
Super Bowl, the NBA Finals,
Hmm.
All
World
of it.
Series. I
Yeah.
don't give a
Hmm.
damn. I, when I watch
Halftime, all that nonsense.
when I'm watching the game, I can care less about being patriotic. I want to see a good game. Um, then I'm gonna fast forward to where I will not watch halftime. Right? I don't even know one Bad Bunny song. Right? I don't. So halftime. That's the time that I use to use the bathroom, put dishes in the dishwasher. Refill my drink, make sure my clothes are ready for work tomorrow. The next day, and
Because it's
then
an extended halftime anyway, so you got
Yes.
time.
right
Half
is
hour or whatever.
I try to time it up to where I mean for me I'm gonna do you know the the menu if you will is gonna be probably some lamb sliders, ground lamb sliders, um and ground lamb nachos and some wings. I'm gonna uh I'm gonna brine them Saturday. Sunday, I actually bought my wings. I bought an 8-pound bag, like a month ago. So they're already in the freezer ready. I'm gonna brine them. I'm gonna throw them joints on the grill, and they're gonna
Woo.
be good. And hopefully it doesn't go in overtime, so I can get in bed early and prepare to go to work the next day.
So
Gotcha.
No,
LB, two questions for you. Are you watching the game? And if you are, do you have any type of like pregame menu? What's your game day setup for you?
Uh, no, I'm not. I have no plans of watching the game. Only if I get invited to somebody's house, and that Tuesday evening so far, I have got said, and
Nothing's happening.
I have not received said invite, so I'll be home doing something else.
you want to come to Texas, LB? You want to come to Texas?
Hey man, he'll show
You-
up.
Come on, you can
But
come over.
then if I stay, you're gonna go to bed
Cool,
and leave me
everybody.
sitting up
Yeah,
watching the
right.
game.
You know what? I will make an exception for you. You are invited.
I like it. I mean, I used to like it when we used to, plan like LB saying for, a Super Bowl party and people came out. That to me was part of the whole
Yeah, yeah.
thing because if the game was boring or you wasn't into it, there was good side conversations going. You had good food and drink. Typically back in the day, I would always take off the Monday because, just didn't
Yeah.
know. But for me, I'm flying on Monday, so I'm kind of like Freddie. I still won't go to bed any earlier, but when the game is over, it's done. So in this case, whatever I get will be super small because I don't like to leave food here when I'm gonna be gone for a week. So I can't do like Charles is doing and this year. So I'm not doing the Publix wings. I just do something kind of small and local. I will watch the game the minute that it goes one sided either way though, and I'm
I'm
talking
Oh
I'm
yeah.
out.
Charles like yeah.
I'm out.
20 point Lynn or whatever. And no, I'm good. I'm done. I'll
I'm out.
already be packed for the flight, but I'm not sticking around to watch a blowout, especially in a game that I really don't have a lot of care about.
And I'm
So,
trying to say is
and
I
like and
watch this
like
game
like
tonight anyway.
everybody else, I never watched the pre any of it. Kind of like like you saying, Charles. I feel the same way when it comes to the round of 64 in the NCAA. I sometimes I feel like I've forgotten more about college basketball than those analysts that are going to just keep talking ad nauseum and giving you an opinion. I got it. I got it. And so I like to come in right around 6:40 ish, Eastern, and I see the kickoff, and then you're good to go because the speculation is, they're gonna be doing those every network, ESPN, even the ones that ain't hosting the damn game are gonna have shows starting at 9 in the morning. Why? Before we tap out, I want to see if the guys got something to say. We got to start with LB today because he got aced out a week ago.
That's
LB,
funny.
what you
Really?
got, man?
It's funny. I don't have anything particular, but I will. I've been holding this one for a long time. So this is got nothing to do with anything, but everybody has a cell phone, right? And I'm sure you guys have a picture on your cell phone on the background, right? Most people, some people have their, if they got a girlfriend or husband or whatever, it's the couple or maybe their kids or their dog or something. I was in this car. This is when I was in Punta Cana this past year, and the driver phone rang. And of course, when it rang, I looked at it. He had a picture of himself on his background of his cell phone. Now, to me, that just seemed a little odd.
Hold on, say that again.
He had a picture of himself, his face is the background on his cell phone. Not his
Not his
girlfriend,
child,
not his
not
not his
his.
kids, not
But
his
him.
dog or whatever. He had a picture of himself as the background of his cell phone. I just had never seen it. I had never seen it before. And it caught my eye and I wrote it down because I was like, I've never seen that before. Now I don't know what that means. Is he, what's going on in his head? Does he think he's all that handsome? Or is he, he's a Trump guy? I don't know. You know what I mean? That he thinks he's all that great that he got to put his face on his cell
I can
phone.
say I've never seen.
I've never seen that either. He
That's
just,
wild.
like I say, it just caught my eye. And I'm just sharing it.
I would have got out of the car.
I'm not getting out of the car in a foreign country just because he got his face on there. I'm riding to it. I got to go. I'll get out of the car at the resort. But Charles, you welcome back, buddy. You got something to say today, man?
You know what? In this, the Super Bowl, they bet on everything, right? Literally, how many times you gonna go to the toilet, right? They bet on that, right? So my over and under is how if they're going to show a Melania trailer, right? Doing the Super
Oh,
Bowl.
Lord.
That's my over and under for the Super Bowl.
Well, two things on that before I pass to Freddie. One, I was reading something today. Apparently now they're gonna have ice at the game. What do we?
No, I thought they weren't going to have ice at the game. I
I
thought
just
they
saw
was
something
out.
today that said they were. So that's something. And then two, all the stuff that I've read about that trailer, the whole thing is trash.
Oh
And
yeah.
if they
Yep.
do run it, it's because they're throwing money behind it. But it's getting rightfully, my
Killed.
opinion,
Yes.
stumped. And it's funny because what you mentioned isn't far off. I remember the last time, and we talked about it. We did an over under on how many times they were going to show Travis Kelce's girlfriend in the Super Bowl. We
Uh-huh.
bet on 10 and it was 14.
Wow.
14, man. Come on, man. So yeah, I had a problem with that, but I'll be looking out for that, Charles. I think that's a good one. Freddie, what you got to say today, man?
Just something with what you said earlier, with trailers for movies. I'm look as a horror movie fan. I love the Michael Myers series and I love the Scream series. Scream, they're actually coming out with another Scream movie this month. They haven't promoted it very well, so that's what I'm gonna be looking for movies. The new Scream. I think it comes out later this month, but I'm gonna be looking for that. I love the Scream. My wife, she was like, "You've seen this 20,000 times. How many times you gonna watch 21,000 times?" I love so it's not real, so
That's fair. That's fair. I am not a horror movie fan. Just saying. Uh, I'm not big on the blood and guts. I got something to say is rooted in tennis. I'm a big tennis fan. Still love to play when I can. And I just spent the last couple weeks watching the Australian Open, and even the stuff that they did down under prior to that. I thought there was some amazing tennis. And so a couple quick
Was.
random thoughts that don't have anything to do with. And I'm going to start with the most recent one in terms of Alcaraz is he's special. He
He's the
he
real
he
deal.
really is next
He's the
level.
real deal.
I saw the semi, he almost had to check out. He caught some kind of cramp and I hurt for him. He was playing tennis without moving and winning. He
Wow.
couldn't move because of the cramp.
Uh,
Winning. He bought time so much. He looked at the serve clock until it got to zero. He took what he had to take, drank a lot of pickle juice, got well, and then he came back. And I thought the final he did a great job. And he won his seventh major. He's 22. And to put it in perspective, John McEnroe won seven over his career. Over
mm,
his career. And also by
Agassi
winning the
eight.
Australian Open.
Agassi eight.
Right.
Agassi.
Alcaraz now has the
Grand Slam.
has the
Grand
Grand
Slam.
Slam at
Hmm
22.
at 22.
hmm
Another thing too, I felt, Coco's got some stuff to work on her game, but the footage of her busting her racket, I think, is wrong. I think the players should have somewhere they can go. She did everything right on the court. She was
He
pissed
did.
that she lost. She gets back in the tunnel and she's smashing the racket, and one of the security cameras catches it, and they post it everywhere. And I'm thinking at some point these are pros, and if she did a good job, because years ago she would have had that meltdown on the court. And so
Hmm
she's by herself. She ain't messing with nobody. She broke that. So the tennis association, whoever runs that, y'all need to get that right. And then lastly, for my man Gael Monfils, congratulations on a he this is his retirement tour. I think he's playing the rest of the year, but this was his last Aussie Open. He didn't last very long, but I always liked him. He brought a lot of stuff to the game, and his wife played really well. Played really well as well. And again, LB's favorite Sabalenka did not win. That was a win for me. So the fact that his girl didn't win was huge for me. But I just thought it was a great way to start off the tennis season. It was a really good Australian Open, and I enjoyed watching that this year.
Agreed.
So yeah, that's it. That's all we got time for this week. Hope you guys enjoy the big game, if that's what you call it, where you are, or the Super Bowl. At least, at least two of us, probably three, will be watching. We will let you know next week if there's anything worthwhile, and you'll know as well because you're watching. So for those of you that just digging out of the snow on the East Coast and all that, welcome back. We're back. Hope you guys stay safe until you see you next week. Until then, we're out. Take care.